Howdy ho, right here coming to you with Motorsport Manager. This is obviously one of those management games where you take a team, try not to suck with that team, do good with that team, get, brownie points for actually succeeding with that team, and then taking them to a new season and doing even better with that team. It's basically this one big snowballing effect of, come on, give me the best team, make the best cars, or have the best three-point shooters if you're playing basketball. I don't know. I never really played a basketball management game, but yeah, we're jumping into this. I actually played quite a bit into this. I did like 4 or 5 races in the career mode just to get the feel of the system, because obviously a management game is going to have a lot of micromanaging. It's going to have a lot of like details that you have to pay attention to all at once, and jumping into that blind, I mean, I still don't know what I'm doing, to be completely honest. Like, I only have like the smallest minuscule grasp of what I'm supposed to do and what I should try to do, but it's probably not going to pan out. I'll give you a hint. This game, I'm in dead last, and I have not gotten out of dead last, so we're going to start a new career. I'm going to see how this goes. I can turn off tutorials because I at least remember what they taught me in tutorials. I know what you do once you get out of a race. I know what you kind of do during a race, so we're going to roll with it. We're going with a medium session, USD currency, yada, yada, yada. And we are going to make our driver. You get to choose first and last name, and we'll go with the same name that's in my other profile, Ryouseiken, because I'm on a little bit of an Undertale kind of like hype train, which I've been on for like the past year, to be fair, but it be what it do. So where do I want to start? I guess we can start in US of A. So you have these different backstories here. X-Driver increases driver morale. Part design, minus 1 day. Less payments. And then voting power. So some of the most important factors is obviously the drivers, then the cars, and then like your headquarters and stuff. I really want to see if I can try and focus on I want to see if I can focus on driver morale. So we're going to go with that. Yeah, I'll give myself some dorky glasses, why not? And we're going to start in Tier 3, which is probably the easier one to get into. "10 races, 10 teams. Yep. Sounds about right. What teams start managing? So the first 3 teams have high pressure. Oh, first 4 teams have high pressure. I think that's different actually. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. So these first 2 have low pressure. These 4 have medium pressure, and these 4 have high pressure. So I guess each one of them has a different budget to work with. And expected finish, I guess like the further you go up, the higher the expectations. So I guess the expected finish, I still don't entirely get, like, when I got into the game, like I still don't really understand what the expected finish is. I think it's like what the team as a whole is expected to finish in which case I don't want to start up in these higher ones because I'll get my ass kicked. Let's go for something that focuses on the cars. Something that's... Dragon? Octane... I'm kind of torn. I'm trying to decide between Vexilla Motorsports or Octane. You know what? For Dark out there, for my buddy Dark Frog, we're going with the Canadian team here. Octane hires some of the best talent from across the world to create a team that gets results. Everyone works well together and knows their place in the team. A new principal will find it easy to work with this team of top professionals. So, looks like the skill of the drivers and the skill or the performance of the cars is going to be the best, but our headquarters is going to be outdated. We're not going to make much money from sponsors. I mean, it would probably make sense to go with Vexilla just because of the sponsorship opportunity, but you know what? I'm going to stick to my guns. We're going to go with Octane Racing. I have faith in us. I shouldn't, though. Oh, it looks like I start immediately in here. If you do the tutorial, it immediately starts you on the first race, so... Okay, so we have the home screen here. It shows our two primary drivers and their placements on the standings. We got the chairman's happiness, which if the chairman is like super unhappy with us, we could lose our job. Here's our stats, standings for drivers and teams. I'm offended that Archer BMR is at the top because I sucked with him. Player. So we can rack up quite a bit of career history if we keep playing this game year after year. Which I might very well do. Who knows? Welcome to High Octane Racing. Delighted. Yada yada. Keep you up to date. Thank you, Amy. I used to be a fan of yours when you were racing. Really looking forward to seeing what you can bring to this team this season. I get along really well with Claudia, so I hope you're going to keep us all feeling like one big happy family. Luigi is optimistic about his camaraderie with Claudia, but Claudia is saying, I'm the better driver. Oh, that could be interesting. Could work on our suspension. Okay. Casey is the head of our scouting department. Looks like she's done a report on our three drivers. Luigi is a fairly decent driver within the European racing series. It's probably not worth staking a huge amount on his potential for improvements as he's operating near the limits of his driving ability. Greatest strength is his smoothness, but he struggles with his braking. Oh. Sounds like he's going to be somebody that I'm going to put on the back burner eventually. Predicted end of season position 12th. Claudia is one of the better drivers in the ERS. Still has some potential to become even better. Best skills are cornering, how she handles corners, but her biggest flaw is her focus. Okay. Adrian is one of the weakest drivers within the European racing series. His potential is good though, and given the chance to improve, he could certainly become one of the better drivers. Greatest strength is his braking, and his weakness is his overtaking, so he's not going to be able to overtake other cars that easily. Huh. Sounds like I want to replace Adrian at some point, but Claudia and Adrian both have potential to get better. Apparently Luigi doesn't have much to improve on. It's the start of the new season, so we need to clarify just how well you think that the team is going to do this season, which sets the payment amount that I give you after each race. You predict will come 6th in the team championships this season. So I could make 2.2 million per race if I get 4th or better in the team's championship by the end. Oh wait, no. I think this is like 4th each race. If that's the case, I'm probably going to go with 8th just to be safe. It's less money, but I feel a bit more confident working with that. Now, what I do want to clarify before I continue onward, the way that this Let's Play is going to be structured is that I'm basically going to be separating everything that happens outside of the races, you know, all this preparation, going through cars, emails, etc. That's all going to be pretty much 1, maybe 2 videos. And then the race, which usually consists of practice, sometimes qualifying, and then the race itself, that's going to be 1 video. So it's basically going to be like you get to see the races, and then you get to see the aftermath and the prep work for the next race, and so on and so forth. That way you don't miss what is really kind of the meat of the situation, which is the management part of this game. So I don't want to leave you guys in the dark about anything, you know, even my enormous flaws that I'm going to show, even in this video. So it's going to be a fun ride. So overall, I'm 6th on the grid. I guess deceleration is like my strong point. Acceleration, top speed. We don't handle medium speed corners that well. Okay. I guess I should probably work on a new part while I'm here. Let me look at our parts really quickly. Oh, they're all relatively good. For the next race, the Black Sea Grand Prix, says top speed, acceleration, and handling corners at high speed are going to be important. Fuel burn low, tire wear very high, so we're going to want to go easy on that. I guess it really comes to the straightaways, maybe, is what it's saying. Oh yeah, and that's also a thing that I'm going to be doing a lot. Trying to figure things out, trying to sound smart, but probably sounding like an idiot. Par for the course. So... this all costs like a shit ton of money. But I could get a gearbox, a new gearbox set up, and it'll still be a few days before the race. I think reducing the risk level is the best thing to do. Let's do that. working on a gearbox. Let's have you guys improve some parts. They did say our suspension is lagging behind the competition, so maybe work on that. Work on that. Let's work on your suspension. Or not. 1 hour after a race. God damn it. Fine, we'll go with the one that will take less time. HQ, I'm pretty sure I can't do shit in this. Yep, pretty much everything is way too expensive. I need a lot of money to be able to mess with that. Yeah, his stats have peaked, so he's not going to get any better, so... Likely, if I'm reading this right, I should probably go smooth, like, don't push him to try and handle like the corners really fast. Maybe go medium speed or something. Early braker. Oh, I prefer to make sure I'm going to get around a corner. Okay. Driver sponsors will pay you $233,000 for each race they're involved in. 50% of the driver takes part in practice only. So we get money. We get money if he participates in races. Her stats are overall a lot better. Looks like I can be more aggressive with her out on the field. And your stats are poopy. Okay. Concentration determines the likelihood of mistakes during a pit stop. How quickly a part's reliability is improved through part development. Wow, so you're kind of not useful. You're good at fixing parts, and you rush in the pit stop. You, on the other hand, are way more reliable, so I'm guessing I should replace Alex Jarvis soon. Braking contract, 94,000, that's not bad. If I can find somebody who's useful, by all means. I probably should aim low and not be too ambitious with who I employ. I think I like Roger Dunbar. I mean, Part fixes is his lowest, but it's a 5, which is already better than the one dude, right? Yeah, he pretty much outdoes this guy in everything except performance, which performance drop isn't that bad. Let's approach. For a medium contract, end of 2016. We'll go with this. I don't want to... Alright, so he costs 29k per race. Let's go a little bit higher than that. I'm willing to pay you 36,000 for the signing on fee. And if you get 7 for above, I don't even know if these numbers are good, but maybe I should lowball it. Sent a proposal, so we'll see how that goes. No offers for sponsors. Standings, calendar. Okay. I think we're good for now. I can't upgrade shit. So I'll save the money for potential new parts. We're delighted to announce that Rio Hyperdef is taking charge as our new manager. Oh yeah. I'll do fine. Sure. Octane Racing is your new home, but it isn't the best team in the ERS. What's your plan? I'm aiming to plant down a solid foundation. The season is about transitioning from one of the also-rans into a top team. I think that's good. Luigi is seen by your fans as your top driver. Do you agree with that, or do you say that Claudia is better? I'm lucky enough to have inherited 2 great drivers, and I can't wait to see them race. Try to keep everybody happy. For the love of God. In the Motorsport If season preview, I wrote that you're expected to finish 6th in the team's championship. Is that accurate, or do you think you can do any better? Prediction seems fair, but I'm hoping that we're going to surprise you. We all remember your time as a fan-favorite racer for a few years back, but will you be able to transfer your skills to the management game? In racing, the pressure comes at 200 miles per hour. This will be a cakewalk. Did what I could. Looks like everybody was pretty happy with me, and we got a bit of markability there. Watch out, Octane Racing Mechanics. Luigi's ego is about to jump several sizes as the Italian driver is going to be starring in his very own documentary. It's really all about me, said Marquetta, wearing some designer sunglasses. I'm fine with that. Give the people what they want, right? Really? Well, his marketability is up, but he's gonna get cocky as shit. Don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so he's happy with the contract. He's happy with that. He's happy with that. He wants more wages. Let's try that. Gearbox built. We'll get that input into one of our cars, maybe. Although usually a new part, the reliability is pretty low. Like, even with what we did to reduce the red zone. So, I don't know if I'm going to use it. Depends on how risky I want to be. 30-lap race, 2.6 miles. Likely to be some rain, 40% chance. High-speed circuit, which should suit cars with strong engines. Track is quite abrasive, which could create some tire wear issues. We're struggling with that this season, so it might be a tough race for us. So we want to maintain our tires. Alright. I don't have the money, Mary. I'm not made of Benjamins. Sorry. It's not that much of an improvement over these two, so I guess we'll hold on to the gearbox for now. Ooh, and we got some sponsors. $1 million upfront payment. Ah, but it lasts 10 races, though. See, this is the pitfall that I realize, and I'm glad that I'm kind of like starting this after playing for after a little while. You gotta pay attention to how long the length of the deals are, because $1 million is nice, like, you know, at the time that you get it, but you're going to be stuck with this sponsor for 10 races, which is pretty much the entire season, which means one of these slots is going to be permanently taken up. Not sure if I want to do that right now. Alright, so target position second or above for both of these. 6 races, 3 races. What about this? Okay, here we go. I can tell you right now, I'm not taking this one. 12 races to get 8 or above, you get $500K per race. This one is $50,000 less, but I get 750,000 up front, and it only lasts 8 races, and I only have to get 9 or above. I'm taking that one. I'm probably not going to take the $1 million just because I don't need it right now, I don't think. Again, we should start designing a new part. Let's plan ahead a little bit here. Acceleration, low and mid-speed corners. I'm planning ahead because this part isn't going to be ready by the time this first race starts. Let's go with suspension. 2 of these have risk levels. I think I'll go with this one. This one has no risk level at all, and it boosts both of them up. Get that going. could afford the scouting facility, but yeah, from what I'm looking, getting that $1 million up front for that one sponsor is not going to be worth it. I guess we can try and do this one. It's only 3 races long. He's still arguing. Fine, what about this? That's all I can give you, dude. $11 races, 1.5 mil. I'll hold on to those for now. Let's have you work on reliability for this. Huh. Guess we'll see in a second. 6 races, $1 million up front, 2 races. We can wait a little bit. Alrighty, 14 for above, 9 for above, or second or above. I kind of want to lowball it, I won't lie. But I do want to take a little bit of a risk. You know what? Let's go with this sponsor just because I want to see where my drivers end up in, kind of get an idea of how reliable they are, or if I need to replace them right away.